next opinion is that ARMYs are the Swifties of K-pop. They have so much of an attachment to BTS as Swifties have an attachment to Taylor Swift. It's so weird, like bro get a life. The reason I say that, is because I saw an article of how for Coldplay for the sole show of their tour, they got Twice to be the special guest, and people brought BTS into the topic because of wanting BTS to be the special guests on the tour. For example, one of the people mentioned amongst others in the News International article said, "What? Twice is a special guest? Really? Wow. Awesome. But what about BTS?" And I'm just like, huh. I mean, sure, you guys probably wonder why not BTS because of them collabing with Coldplay on a song and things, and it makes sense, but why comment about BTS when this is Twice's moment? One of the people mentioned further in the article said something about how BTS is in the military and that we should be happy for Twice, and that's so true, because Coldplay got Twice to be their special guests and we should be happy for them instead of trying to bring BTS into everything when they're not mentioned, even if they are associated with the thing y'all are mentioning them on. Twice is Coldplay's guests and that's it. The reason why I think of them as the K-pop version of Swifties, is because in August Billboard posted to their Instagram about A$AP Rocky releasing a new song named Taylor Swift, and people in the comments, Swifties, came and were not happy about it, and I'm just here laughing at the clownery of Swifties, because of how there's other songs named after famous singers and people. Like there's a song named Billie Eilish, and I found a song recently some weeks ago named Olivia Rodrigo. So it's not like it's uncommon for people to make songs out of singers or celebrities or literally anyone famous's name, but yet Swifties had to come to Taylor's rescue like she needed defending in this situation when she didn't. People who have an attachment to artists so much they'll make a fool out of themselves is funny. If Coldplay got Twice to be their special guest, then so be it, because not everything needs to be about BTS, and other groups can also be special guests for tours. And for Swifties, y'all need to calm down, because Taylor Swift being mentioned doesn't automatically equal to you having to come to her defense like she's someone helpless, because not everything is a bad situation and y'all just too attached to Taylor Swift, and y'all need to go experience this wonderful thing known as the outside of your house. The next opinion is that Kep1er's new song is not a re-debut, it's a comeback. They're just under a new company. Nothing about them is new except for their company. A re-debut for me is when a group changes everything about them from their image to their name, being in the same company they were originally or moving to a new company. Kep1er continuing as a group after not disbanding and keeping their original name with two members leaving doesn't make them a re-debut, and some people are reaching too far for something that doesn't exist, trying to make Kep1er into this new group with reasons that are just dumb. Plus, their newest album does have songs that sound like something Kep1er would release because of their previous music. If you compare a group like Limelight switching to Maiden, that's a re-debut, because despite being from the same company, they had a new name, new image, and even a debut song, Uno, that is completely different from Honestly. Kep1er's new album isn't a re-debut, and another reason y'all are trying to make it into something that isn't, is when you look at the description box of the TP Tap MV, you'll see the album listed there and it says, 6th mini album. So if the company made this as a comeback, then why are y'all saying it's a re-debut when the company didn't? Lol, y'all are so funny. People need to stop. And I like how I found this out in a comment section on YouTube, and I was having a back and forth conversation, and one of the replies from someone is a short paragraph with the end saying, "Is this approved or are you no fun?" Which apparently me speaking facts about how Kep1er's new song isn't a re-debut is considered being no fun, which is funny. I just want people to stop speaking dumb shit from their asses and speak from their mouths, because your ass is for pooping, not for spewing nonsense. The next opinion is that, similar to an opinion I made previously about K-tubers titling their videos as Western artists that I like as a K-pop stan, where I talked about how do we need to care about you being a K-pop stan to know who your favorite Western artists are. I wanted to make another opinion talking about K-pop reaction channels. There are some reaction channels that have unnecessary titles where we don't need to care about what you are, and we're just here for the reaction. There's this popular South African YouTuber who titles his videos as South African Reacts To, and I'm just like, huh. Because how does you being South African change the reaction of the song? Because you reacting is no different from if an Indian reacted to the song, or a French, or an Australian, or an American. Mentioning things like South African reacts to, or couple reacts to, or something that is unnecessary isn't needed. And only when people title it as producer reacts to, or vocal coach reacts to, or something like that is when I accept it, because then we might get some interesting feedback on the song related to the vocal coach talking about their vocals or the producer talking about the production of the song and mixing and things, which is cool. But nobody needs to care if you're a couple, single, black, white, brown, African, Australian, Mexican, male, female, gay, bisexual, straight, non-binary, trans, etc. Because at the end of the day you're still a person reacting to a song, and your race, sexuality, skin color, background, whatever is not gonna make the reaction any different than if you were to just title it as, reacting to X song, or, my reaction to X song, or something simple. What relevance does reacting to a song have to you being a certain type of person? A South African reacts to X song, okay, and good for you. You're South African, that's amazing. You don't see me going to comments and being like, I'm Pakistani and I like this song, which would be so dumb to comment. The next opinion is that VT Entertainment debuting a new group is not it. I've never really had a problem much with VT Entertainment when they debuted Vanner, a boy group, and they're still promoting, and then I became more invested in VT Entertainment music with QOS Queens of Sound, a girl group debuting, and me having an attachment to them for their vocals and them doing live covers over instrumentals that were just them and their raw vocals recorded without any editing done before uploading. But when QOS had no activity and possibly silently disbanded around mid-2022, I think it was, I don't remember, was when I started to despise VT Entertainment, because in 2022 we had VT Entertainment debut Black Level, who had a debut mini-album of 4 songs before disbanding, and then in 2023 we had VT Entertainment debut Mirror, who debuted with 1 song before disbanding, and now VT Entertainment debuted Try One in 2024 with a single album consisting of the debut and a B-side. With Black Level and Mirror both disbanding after their debut, I'm not sure Try One will even last that long, and then maybe in 2025 VT Entertainment will come again to debut another group, and maybe each year they'll debut a new group only to disband them months later after debut without a comeback. I don't have hope for this group lasting, because despite Vanner going strong and winning peak time as well, still releasing music, and QOS debuting in 2020 and lasting till maybe 2022, the company still debuted 2 groups after that and disbanded them after debut. VT Entertainment is one that I don't like for the fact that they don't seem like they debut groups to keep for a long time, and I think because Vanner got some sort of noticeability from people, they didn't disband, because I'm sure as hell they would have been down the disbandment road considering how they're the only surviving group to come out of that company. It's so annoying, and I wish Try One the best in their career with so what little time I know they have left. The last opinion is that we do not know K-pop idols. Yes, I know this opinion has been said many times by K-tubers, but watching Cloudy's Unpopular K-pop Opinions video, it made me know something. They talked about the Taeil situation in one opinion, saying that SM admitted Taeil's guilt by kicking him out of the group, and then the opinion after that they said the Taeil situation is a reminder that we do not know these idols, and seeing that opinion, I already know and believe that we don't know these idols because of how they're different on camera than they are off camera, and they could be different people off camera. But seeing this opinion, I came to believe even more that yes, we do not know these idols. There are so many groups that debut each year in the K-pop industry, from big company groups to small company groups, from the big 3 to HYBE to other well-known companies to smaller Nugu labels, to groups debuting as duos, trios, 4 members, 5 members and more, even up to possibly the amount of members like Luna, etc. So many groups have debuted since the first generation, from popular to semi-popular to Nugu unsuccessful groups, with lots of groups having a lot of members. We do not know K-pop idols, because there's too many K-pop idols that debut, and we cannot be so sure that all these idols are not secretly bad people. Yes, there can definitely be good people in the K-pop industry, which is true, but not everyone is a good person in this world, and the K-pop industry is filled with lots of groups and members of groups, and we do not know these idols. We shouldn't act like we know these idols when these idols are strangers to us. We have never met them in real life, and even if we have, through various things like fan calls, concerts, fan meetings and things, they're not enough for us to think that we know them from these interactions. We have to be mindful of the people we stan in K-pop, and we should have the, we do not know these idols mentality, and not think that we do know these idols when we don't.